Good evening, everyone. I'm Lisa Hughes, and welcome to Big in Boston. We're coming to you from the Boston Children's Museum to celebrate 70 years of Big Sister Boston, an organization that from its very inception has been laser-focused on supporting girls, helping them discover their gifts, build confidence, and make lifelong friendships with women who ignite their passion and the power to be their best selves. As we continue to push through the pandemic, places like this and organizations like Big Sister Boston have never been more important. No organization can effectively navigate decades of change and challenge without strong, dedicated, passionate supporters. Tonight, we celebrate 70 honorees whose contributions to Big Sister ensure that it remains a vibrant foundational organization in Greater Boston that is 100% invested in girls. But first, we have some very special thank yous to our 70th anniversary Big in Boston partners, starting with tonight's presenting partner, Liberty Mutual Insurance. We also want to thank our visionary partners, Mintz, Carol and John Moriarty, and our changemaker partners, AT&T, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Massachusetts, Christine Creelman, Marianne and Andy Eunice, Corker and Jennison Management Company Incorporated, Sheehan Family Companies, Connors Family Office, Wayfair, WBZ-TV CBS Boston, our media partner, the Boston Globe. At the very heart of Big Sister Boston are our big and little sisters, tens of thousands of girls Big Sisters served over the years. They're a testament to the impact that a big sister relationship makes, not only on their lives, but within their grateful families and our community. Tonight, we will introduce you to some amazing women, all past big and little sisters, who I know will inspire your curiosity. Like me, you'll wonder, who's that girl? You'll want to know more about them. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. Without further ado, please welcome my friend and Big Sister Boston President and CEO, Deb Ray.
Good evening, everyone. We are so fortunate to have Lisa as our MC tonight, and also as one of our 70th anniversary honorees. Lisa, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't think of a better place to hold Big in Boston celebration than the Boston Children's Museum, and of course, to have you with us. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yes. My name is Lucia, and my big sister is Nat.
My name is Estella, and the name of my big sister is Brenna.
My name is Lily, and my big sister is Ashley.
Awesome. It's so nice to have you here tonight.
Can we go explore the museum now?
Sure. I'll see you later, okay? As Lisa said, we're here tonight to look back at Big Sister's 70-year history and to celebrate with friends who share our mission to keep Big Sister Boston a place to ignite girls' passion and power to succeed through enduring one-on-one relationships. I stand here in gratitude of those who have come before me, those who have helped to shape Big Sister into the organization it is today. Folks who have ensured that girls have a seat at the table and that their voices are heard. There are so many individuals who are part of the Big Sister family, and there are certain folks who we are honoring tonight who have made a significant investment in girls. Former executive directors Jerry Martinson and Jean Yozel, longtime staff members Andrea Dunn, Helen Fullerton, Maya Roberts, and Margot Phelps. Supporters like Sharon McNally, Harriet Lewis, Deb DeCord, Atsko, and Larry Fish. And elected officials like State Representative Smitty Pignatelli and former State Representative Jeffrey Sanchez. Tonight, we are delighted to introduce you to so many of our partners who have played a pivotal role in Big Sister's success over the years. And right now, I'd like to welcome a few of them. Governor Charlie Baker, First Lady Lauren Baker, Congresswoman Ayanna Pressley, and Reverend Gloria White Hammond.
Hey everybody, Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker here.
And First Lady Lauren Baker.
Hey, congratulations on your 70th anniversary, and I can't tell you how honored we are to be one of the 70th anniversary honorees of Big Sister.
You know, research has proven over time that a healthy relationship with a caring adult can literally transform the life of a young child.
And Big Sister has tons and tons of examples, real life examples that over the course of many years have proven that research correct.
And now, more than ever, the girls, our girls, need the good work of Big Sister.
That's absolutely right. And I really do hope we all have a chance at some point to get together in person and to be able to share stories and meet some of the wonderful mentor relationships that mean so much to both the adults and the girls who are part of this fabulous program. Again, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, Big Sister.
Hello, everyone. It is an honor to be with you to mark this historic milestones, 70 years of Big Sister Boston. I wish we could all be together in community, but I so appreciate the opportunity, at least to join you virtually. I'm incredibly humbled to be recognized alongside these incredible honorees for tonight's milestone event. Now, here in Washington, we have a speaker and a leader, and the same is true for Big Sister. So I want to say thanks to Speaker Ray and to Leader Roberts and the entire board, the advocacy councils, the dedicated and indefatigable staff of Big Sister Boston. You labor and love every single day on behalf of our girls to ensure that they are empowered, that they are set up for success, both in their careers, but also in their lives. And I thank you. And tonight belongs to you, really, most of all. You know, when I was first running for election to the Boston City Council in 2009, I can't say I was running on a platform because that seems to minimize it. It was really my life's work, but I was running on a platform to save our girls that didn't even know that they needed saving. And when I said that, many people looked at me with disbelief that this would be what I'd be running on, and encouraged me instead to pursue a career in the nonprofit world. But I knew better, and that our girls deserve gender-specific and responsive programming and policies, and that, in fact, fighting for our girls was the work of municipal government. And fortunately, many people agreed with me. Shortly after my election, Big Sister Boston was one of the first organizations to reach out to me. I had created a policy committee, the Committee on Healthy Women, Families, and Communities, to champion those issues that disproportionately and adversely impact women and girls. And mentorship was a big part of how we were seeking to disrupt cycles of poverty and violence and to support our girls. And so we launched a campaign together. I'm taking you all the way back, Big Sister. The ABC Challenge, Ayana's Big Challenge, to recruit more bigs of color. And then, of course, two members of my staff aided me in that, Jackney Prioli, now A-Team alum, and Luz Villar, also A-Team alum, who both played a critical role in the success of that campaign. And now that I have the honor of being the Congresswoman for the Massachusetts 7th Congressional District, now I get to use the power of the pen here as a lawmaker to take on these issues on the federal level. I've introduced several bills that are specific to addressing the unique needs of our girls, to mitigating and disrupting their trauma, and to creating a world where they can show up unapologetically as their full and authentic selves. And of course, I've been a big myself. Ari wishes that she could get rid of me, but she stuck with me in some way, shape, or form for the rest of her life. And it was an honor to have that unique relationship with Ari. I think she mentored me too, if I'm telling the whole truth. So Big Sister Boston, you had me at hello. It is an honor to be a part of this family. I thank you for your partnership. I thank you for being indefatigable in your advocacy on behalf of our girls. And just know that for as long as I have the power of the pen as a lawmaker, I will always use it along with my platform to create space for our girls to affirm that they are seen, that they are heard, and that they are loved. You know, early in my career in public service, I often said that I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless. Well, now in my maturation in public service at the ripe old age of 47 years old now, what I know is that no one is voiceless. What they are is unheard. And I will spend the rest of my life using every tool and platform available to me to make sure that our girls are heard. So again, thank you for this great honor, and congratulations, Big Sister Boston, on 70 years of transformative, life-changing work.
Good evening. I'm Gloria White-Hammond, and I'm so honored to serve alongside my good friend and colleague Melissa McDonald as co-chair for the 70th birthday celebration for Big Sisters. For 70 years, Big Sisters has been showing up in the lives of little sisters in the places where it counts the most, where the girls live and learn and work and play. Now, I became involved with Big Sisters over 50 years ago when, as a freshman pre-med student at Boston University, I Big Sistered a beautiful 12-year-old girl whose name defied the reputation of the neighborhood where she lived. Who knew that 15 years later, that little girl, Hope, and I would meet again, and this time she would be a high school graduate and a young mom, and I would be the pediatrician who cared for her baby girl. And eventually, I became pediatrician to the daughters as well, and I'm so proud of who they are. And it all started because 50 years ago, Big Sisters came alongside two girls from challenging backgrounds, Hope and me. And Big Sisters tenderly nurtured our seeds of promise that subsequently bore a rich harvest for our families and for the community of Boston. And you know what? Big Sisters is still meeting little sisters and big sisters in the spaces where we grow and grow up and grow older, and they're still supporting all of us to stand taller and reach higher. And that's why I'm here tonight. And that's why I hope that you'll join me in donating to this sisterhood. Please click on the donate button on the right-hand side of the screen or go to bigsister.org to make your donation, to make your investment, to ensure that all girls know that we count. And I thank you for your partnership as together we work to ignite girls' passion and power to succeed.
Please welcome award-winning writer, performer, educator, author, and Boston's Poet Laureate, Porsha Olayiwola. In honor of Big Sister Boston's 70th anniversary, Porsha is here to perform the world premiere of Keeper.
Praise the wrinkle in the smile. Praise the conversations that burst into giggles, ode to trips to the shopping mall, to bonding while standing in long lines, to the cheers at graduation. Praise the pickup, a carriage waiting for a girl just outside her home, ode to driving her to a new world inside herself. Praise the exploration of a new restaurant or a new passion, ode to curiosity seeping out, to finding yourself, to hearing yourself for the first time, ode to the girl who learns to own her own voice. Praise the littles who grow into women and the women who find littles within themselves, ode to crossing color lines, to crossing barrier lines, to coloring in and crossing out lines they've made into barriers. Praise the friend who believes, who invests in dreams not their own, ode to not being saved, but to saving yourself. Praise an organization that morphed into family. Praise the family for morphing 70 years strong, 70 years long, ode to the road just ahead. This beacon of light, this tunnel of hope, bringing us toward each other, moving us closer to ourselves.
Thank you, Porsha, for so powerfully capturing the essence of Big Sister Boston. Was that amazing?
She is incredible. Beautiful poem. And we know there are thousands of women around the world who were our little sisters, but have you ever wondered, where is she now? And do you know her?
She could be an astronaut or a school teacher.
A writer, a mother, a mentor, an actor. So who is that girl?
In 1961, I was that girl.
In 1990, I was that girl.
In 2006, I was that girl.
So in 1961, I was living in the Bromley Heath housing project in Jamaica Plain with my mom and my dad. Unfortunately, my mother was very ill. She was dying of cancer, and my dad was trying to hold the family together, working a very menial job. The families in the area were just struggling with poverty. It was a crime-ridden area. There's a lot of alcoholism and drug abuse, and just so much uncertainty about what one's future would be. I can still remember to this day waiting, which seemed like forever. She would say, I'll be there at 11 o'clock, and I think I used to get up at probably 6 and start pacing. We were having this conversation, and Marlene said, you know, if you could do anything, you know, what would you love to do? Mm-hmm. And I thought for a moment, and I thought, you know, I would love to go into education. but I know I can't do that because I can't afford to go to college. And Marlene said, yes, you can go to college. And I would say, I can, and so I would apply to college. And then it went on, and then I said to Marlene, I just got this great job, but they said if I wanted to stay, I had to get a master's degree. And Marlene said, that's not a problem. You can get a master's degree. I said, I can? And she said, absolutely. This is how you do this.
I didn't have anybody who would say, yes, you can. So I had to say it to myself. So it was easy for me to say it to Linda. Because anything that you want to go after, you can. She's proven it.
I don't think people realize how powerful when a person is a young child and a stranger walks into your life. And within a short period of time, that person kind of transforms who you are and how it really will dictate the future of a young girl. I worked almost 10 years at MCI Framingham in the women's prison in the education department. At one point, somebody said to me, how do you know all these people, Linda? I said, well, I grew up in that environment. And so I thought, wow, that could have been me. It's not too far away. And I look back and I think, wow, what would have happened if I didn't have Marlene in my life? And I don't even want to go there. I don't want to go. I don't even want to think about that because she impacted my life so much. She was always there. And there was even a point in my life where my both parents had passed, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And who do I call? It was a little sister, big sister relationship initially, but then it became like such a friendship, a real sister and a real friendship.
It was just me, my mom, and my older brother. My mom was always working. My brother was kind of responsible for me most of the time. I was always trying to sneak around the corner with my friends and just doing a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have done as a kid, even, before 7. So Nikki kind of took me out of that. Where I grew up, it was a lot of young girls having kids and, just hanging out on the street and just seeing her in a more positive and a different light gave me a different view of life. Not I don't have to be like all the rest of the girls that I've grown up around.
I lived in the neighborhood. I'm from Mattapan, and I could literally walk to her house. It was just a natural connection. Her mom always made me feel welcome.
It was nice to have Nikki come into my life as someone that kind of resembled me and that was able to take the time out and just dedicate it to me and, take me places and do things with me. Because my mom was always at work, and then when she come home, she got to cook, clean, do all that stuff. So she really didn't have time to actually do things and take us on adventures all the time, or even just give me my own personal time with her. So to have Nikki come in and take me places and, take me on adventures and do things like that, it was nice to have.
Representation really matters. To see someone like you, you can be whatever you want to be because someone looks like you has done that. They've paved that way for you.
Looking at her and knowing that, hey, she can do it, then I can do it too. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to, go to these big events or anything like that. It's just the quality time, just sitting back, watching a movie, laughing, going for a walk and just having those conversations is very important.
When somebody trusts you like that, that's an awesome responsibility, And I don't take it lightly. And I always wanted to be a good example for her.
She played a big part in what I visioned as a positive person. So without her, it may have looked a lot different.
My mother always told me, be a blessing to others. And I take that to heart. So I try to be kind and patient and nice. But this connection right here, it was just meant to be. It was meant to be.
I am a daughter to immigrants. My parents immigrated from China in the late 90s. At that time, I was really ready to just relinquish parts of myself in order to blend in order to fit in. It was really important to me to have someone to talk with. Jessica has always been more than a friend to me. She's been family, she's been an ally. I don't think she ever pushed me to share what I wasn't comfortable sharing. And then once I realized she was someone I could trust, and she always made me feel valued and made it seem like my voice mattered, that's when I was able to kind of confide in her about issues I was having at school, at home, maybe with my own identity. And it just from there on, like, felt very comfortable kind of sharing and being vulnerable with her and vice versa. I also had a lot of responsibilities as a child of immigrants, translating, accompanying them to appointments, things that a lot of my peers didn't have to worry about growing up. I used to be really embarrassed about where I came from and almost felt that, I wish I didn't grow up in the family and that I did. But then grew an appreciation, obviously, and felt very proud of where I came from, where I'm going. Jessica has never tried to change me. How's your writing going?
Andrew and Sam have been reading it together, which is interesting. As you've gotten older, the benefits of being a big sister are the benefits of any close friendship. There are very few relationships in my life that are more important than the one I have with you.
Some people go through life, carrying their burdens really well, but that doesn't mean it's not heavy. And so it's important to have someone whom you can unload that burden with, someone who can kind of help you navigate those challenges.
She gives me so much hope. I've been a big sister for 16 years. This is not a relationship that ends. This is a lifelong thing.
Sometimes it's hard to find words to express just how positive of an impact Jessica has on my life. And I've written drafts of cards where, even cards that I haven't even sent, because it doesn't feel like those words encompass or reflect just how grateful I am and how much I love her.
And here we are in 2021, and who's that girl now?
I'm Nia, and I'm that girl.
I'm Jakira, and I'm that girl.
I'm Adija, and I'm that girl. I'm Mia, and I'm that girl.
There are thousands of more girls like them all over Greater Boston who have a big sister. The revolutionary spirit that launched Big Sister Boston back in 1951 to form an organization just for girls is as vibrant as ever. Think about it. Big Sister Boston was created 12 years before President Kennedy signed the Equal Pay Act into law, 15 years before the establishment of the National Organization of Women, and 21 years before Title IX was signed into law. And right now, we have before us an opportunity to create a different future, a future that is not defined by girls' limitations, but by our strengths, a future where all girls and women win and don't have to compete with each other for attention. A future where women are valued so much that even a pandemic won't push them out of the workforce. A future where it's not an anomaly that two teenage girls capture the world's attention on a tennis court. A future where girls and boys, men and women, and those who identify as non-binary or gender fluid support each other in their common humanity. That's what happens when you have an organization like Big Sister, which is creating a new way forward. At the heart of our mission in 1951, as it is now, is to stand alongside girls, just like the girls who are with me tonight, to ensure that they have every opportunity to be their best self through a caring adult, a big sister. In addition, we have creative, innovative programs like our Big Futures, which in partnership with organizations throughout Greater Boston, give girls the resources to develop a path beyond high school. In workplace mentoring, to not only give girls a caring adult mentor, but to also give them exposure to a variety of careers. When I think about the compassion, kindness, and the intention of our Big Sister mentors, I can't help but think of the co-chair of tonight's event, Melissa McDonnell. She is president of the Liberty Mutual Foundation and vice president of Liberty Mutual Insurance. Melissa is one of our region's leaders, and she's a mentor. In addition to being a big sister herself, she is a role model for many women as she offers her advice and wisdom through forums, leadership panels, and personal relationships. Please join me in welcoming my colleague and friend, Melissa McDonnell.
Thank you, Deb. I'm so proud to co-chair this special evening. I'd like to thank everyone who has tuned in and showed up for our girls. Like you, I'm here because I believe in the power of mentoring. I'm so inspired by the incredible stories that have been shared tonight. Can you believe that Linda and Marlene were matched in 1961 and are still in touch to this day? What a life-changing bond. The relationships you've heard about here would not be possible without people like you. I'm asking you to join me in ensuring that girls across Greater Boston will continue to have mentors for many years to come. Leading up to tonight, we've raised $700,000 toward our goal of $800,000. We need your help to cross the finish line. By clicking on the donate button on the right-hand side of the screen or by visiting www.bigsister.org/donate, you will make an impact on the next generation of little sisters like Mia, Jakira, Mia, and Adija. It takes $2,500 to make and support just one mentoring relationship, like the ones you've heard about tonight. And there are literally hundreds of girls on the wait list. And so think about the impact a gift of $25,000, $10,000, or $5,000 could make in the lives of girls in Greater Boston. Let's help Big Sister Boston further its mission to ignite girls' passion and power to succeed through positive mentoring relationships with women, and ultimately to change lives in a profound way for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I miss being with all of you in person, but I am so glad that we are able to celebrate Big Sister Boston's 70th anniversary together. We hope that we've inspired you to join us on this journey as we elevate and ignite the passion and power of girls and young women. Porsha said it so beautifully. It really is a beacon of light. And when you support Big Sister Boston, you make it possible for that light to shine even brighter. Thank you for joining us. And from the Boston Children's Museum, good night, everyone.